even when like I sent that little mock draft or whatever the top 10 um players right now,
Mm-hmm.
you know you tell me it was like the all whites or whatever. It ain't that many blacks in there. So
Mm-hmm.
my question to you is, just now I'm seeing that South Carolina is undefeated,
Mm-hmm.
29-0,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't talk about them. So my question to you is just like, when you say chasing numbers or just even going at different situations, like something like that, you going undefeated the whole season, but it don't mean nothing really if you don't win the big ring, right?
I think it depends on who you ask and who doesn't it mean something to, because it's like, I think it depends, and I think and I guess that is the cool thing about I guess that's the cool thing about podcasting, right? And I think that's the cool thing about even social media, where it's like, I get what you're saying. Like, you saying
This whole
no,
college season, we have not talked about South Carolina.
we talked
No,
about it, nigga. We talked about the LSU when they beat LSU. We talked about it.
no, but I'm saying, but we don't talk about them like just as a whole. We don't talk about them as a whole because they don't have no player on there right now.
I think that is maybe a better question is like, sometimes, because even with South Carolina, it's like, it's Don Staley. It's not necessarily the
South
players.
Carolina.
It's not it's the she is
Because Shorty is gone. Shorty is gone. Their player. We don't even talk about her in the WNBA. So that's what I'm saying. She was a household name when she played for South Carolina.
Kinda. She really wasn't even.
No, I think she was. She was. Because we all looked at her braids and all that. It stood out.
No, I get what you're
She
saying, but
wasn't.
the difference is sometimes, even when we're just talking about just it, one, we talking about looks and swag on and off the court matter, because guess what we do? We talk about you might not even remember. Angel Wilson got a fucking statue in front of South Carolina. She played in South Carolina. She won championships in South Carolina.
But that's what I'm saying. But we don't talk, and I seen her post today, I think. And that's why I say I seen her post today about her grandmother and all that. It's not talked about. It's not even looked upon. And I think, is that more so if you don't win the big games, or if you're not in the big games, we don't really value. You know what I'm saying?
But they've been in the big games and they
No,
won a
they've been
championship just the year before.
But that's what I'm saying. But now you lost. Like, what was that last year? They lost in the final.
So I
four,
think
right?
that's so maybe realistic, I guess. And I mean, it's kind of almost like, I don't think it's necessarily even just a woman thing. That's in the men's sports too. Because think about it. That's the same thing with Boston going through right now, because Boston has been such an elite team in the regular season. Nobody, even for Lamar Jackson coming back into next season, nobody gonna care what Lamar do during the regular season, because it's gonna be the playoff time. So you're absolutely right when you talking about when people get used to you putting on a clinic during the regular season. Yes, it will water down your regular season accomplishments, because people like, we can clear as day see when South Carolina is the best team right now in women's college basketball. Even if you gamble, if you put in the jump, they are the favorites to win the championship. Like, it's even, you can literally go on, if you go on FanDuel right now and you go over to the women's section, you can literally, it's the ad for the women's championship. It's a South Carolina in the field. So you could take South Carolina, or you could take any. If you hit the field, that means any other team gonna win outside of them. So I think that's why the people don't talk about them as much, because it's already like they are the favorites to win the women's championship. So I think sometimes it's a detriment to even your players. You're absolutely right, because they only, but I guess for them it's a bonus too, because they only losing one player. They had senior night the other night. The only girl was the licensed girl I was talking about. She from Brazil.
Mhm.
What's her name? Camilla. I can't pronounce her last name, because even when we talked about it, I said it on here. I just can't pronounce her last name. But she a tall, light skinned woman. I think she I think she like 6'9" or some crazy shit.
So that's my
like
question. Even when you sit here and say it, when I looked at that list, I only counted 5.
5 what? White people?
Yeah.
Nigga, you crazy. You better go look at that list again.
So the shorty from Notre Dame, she's white.
No, she black. You talking about the young girl with the blonde hair?
Okay.
Yeah, she black.
But I think it might have been the UCLA player. I didn't know she was white.
I can't remember that.
Because no, when you said it was 7, I'm like, dog. When I looked at it, it looked like it was only 5. It was 5. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I don't look at the women's sport like that. So that's why I'm asking you. And it's just like, we don't hear about South Carolina that much. So that's why I'm just like, is it like, like a slap in the face?
I mean, I guess it depends.
Because we hear about Caitlin Clark, we hear about Angel Reese, but we don't hear about South Carolina. For you to say they went 29-0, and we ain't even talking about it.
I think, like I said again, I think it all depends on who you asking though, and it's just like who. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this clip real quick, because since we talking about them, because this shit was fire that what Don Staley did.
All of us, for someone that's made like incredible sacrifices for her family for the past 8 years. Past 8 years, just for this game. Just for the game that she loves. Okay? We got a chance to do something pretty special. Yep. Yep. Camilla. Let's bring the people who also made that sacrifice for the past 8 years to be away from your family. For as long as you've been away from your family, we wanted to make this day special. Bring her mom and her sister out, y'all.
So,
That was a press conference.
no. This was at the at basketball practice.
Okay, that's
for,
like the dog. Man,
no, yeah, I think that's Don Staley dog. But so for people who don't know what I just played or what was going on in that clip, that was, of course, like I said, South Carolina only had one senior this year, and that is the young lady Camilla. She is from Brazil because she even took a couple games off where she went to play in the FIBA whatever for her country. So she's been like, so she literally took, I can't, maybe like 2 or 3 games she took off and she played. And I think, but again, when we sitting here saying with South Carolina, the reason why, because they don't have no big name person. Even this young lady, like she played crazy. She dominated Angel Reese when they played in that game against each other. That game, Angel Reese fouled out. And like I said, we talked about that game, but she don't speak for her. Like she's a pretty tall. Like I think she like fucking 6. She like 6 something. Like she tall as shit. So I think, but again, that's even just the system of South Carolina. Like they consistently, like even when you talking about the young lady who plays for the Indiana Fever right now, which is Aaliyah Boston. She played for South Carolina last year. She's another tall person. Angel Wilson. They all continue like that. That's just kind of their formula. She kind of like spit out huge big. Well, I don't like I told you, I don't know what you call them, but we talking about big men for the centers for their team. So she always kind of put them out. So I don't necessarily know. I think it's almost like the Patriots. It's like the Spurs. It's like Duke. It's just like you kind of just like they got a winning formula, and it's just a team thing. It's not a player thing. So I do think, and because we live in a day and age of course, Caitlin Clark don't got crazy personality too. On the court she do. Like on the court, her celebrations and all that is really it's the female version of Steph Curry, and that's why people always say that. But of course, one thing, and we always, and I hate to make it a race thing, but sometimes you got to. White people know how to champion their people. White people know how to celebrate their own way better than we do.
And we need to give her a celebration too. For you to be the all-time leading scorer in men and women, you gotta give her.
I mean, the crazy thing is why people probably even just like, I'm not gonna celebrate a nigga. If Juju Watkins play long enough, she gonna break that shit. That ain't. Get the fuck on.
I mean, no. I want you to. I challenge you to break it.
It ain't no challenge if you watch a Juju Watkins game.
No, it is.
If Juju Watkins stay all 4 years, she's breaking that record.
Right,
dog.
but then that's a challenge to stay all 4 years. That is the challenge. That is the and I think that's the thing where we kind of sway away from and we get away from. You stayed, and that, like even if we just go to the whole Bronny situation, Joy College, do your 4 years. You're getting paid now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think,
and that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. To sit here and think about it, she broke it not just necessarily for the female, she broke it for the men's too, where she passed Pete Murray. Dog, for you to sit here and say Pistol Pete was a leading scorer in college, you would have never thought that.
Again, I think those. I think too, because I mean, if we have an honest conversation about that, we talking about especially for men's elite men don't stay 4 years. It's a new.
But that's what that's why I'm saying.
We know
that's what I'm saying. But for us to sit here and say that, and that's why I'm saying for that whole college atmosphere, and even now because they're getting paid, more people probably are going to stay. Or even
women are, but men probably still not.
They still should.
I mean, when you talking about what should and what they're going to do, they not.
Because like I said, now it's not the same as it was then. So that's what I'm saying. Just this day and age, we do have to accept a lot of things. Shit, I wish I could do my damn 4 years in high school right now and change. That's what I'm saying. I think just this day and age, because it's not the same as it was then when we, you know what I'm saying, when you did it, you wish, all right, damn, like the way y'all got it now, it's a lot more easier than what shit. I failed twice and I couldn't even finish my whole basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like even now how people got it more easier and it's different from what it was when we did it. I think you should commend it. Oh yes, you did this. You passed this.
I mean, listen to what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying. The reason why I'm not, dog, you can just go anywhere else. So I'm not clapping for somebody that everybody in their mother clap for. Everybody already clap for. I don't have to take my time to talk about her, dog. It's every major sports network gonna suck her dick, dog. I'm cool. I'm not gonna do it.
But that's what I'm saying. But we didn't. That's why I'm asking you, because we didn't even sit there and praise, because what's name went 29-0. We didn't sit there. Nobody said, "Oh well, yeah, shout out to South Carolina for having an undefeated season."
Yeah, because I mean, okay, cool. We just did. I mean, the season just over, nigga. You can't celebrate an undefeated season.
But I'm saying, but nobody. I didn't know they was undefeated. That's what I'm saying. Because remember when we talked about it before, when he was like, "Oh, how did LSU drop to whatever out of the rankings because they lost that one game?" But shit, South Carolina been undefeated the whole time.
Yeah, and they've been number one the whole time.
Yeah, but we never sit here and say, okay, South Carolina's full for another undefeated season.
I hear what you're saying, and I think, like I said again, because I don't think it's necessary. They don't have the players, so we don't got to keep, I guess, running around that same conversation. They just don't have the players. They don't have the players we're talking about with personality where it's going to draw as much attention. But if people who pay attention to women's college basketball, you kind of know, like, all right, for them, their redemption is going to be. And the real story is how, but just because of course y'all know I read the comments even when they post the rankings. Like, dog, just go read the comments. How many people like, dog, look at how they trying to rank Iowa so they have to dodge the hard teams where it'll be easier for them to get to the Final Four, where they won't get knocked out in the first round. Like, just read the comments. Like, people who really into women's college basketball, that's what I be reading, because sometimes I know for a fact I'm not as sharp in every department. Like, I watch it. I got the people that I like. I like Juju. Even the young lady what you talking about to play for Notre Dame. Like, that was my first time watching their game when I was in the gym on the treadmill. Like, their coach looked good as shit. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know Notre Dame had a black female head coach. But sometimes you don't see it. And of course, again, where I do give ESPN some credit, they starting to play a lot more college women's games than they are even the men now, because they realize, like, oh no, these women are kind of doing the work for us, because they know how to use social media to build up their own self, their teams, their brands. Like, even the young, like, for most people, even if you see the young, if you see her, if you even glance on some like sports pages, you'll remember, oh, that's the little girl with the blonde hair. Like, when you're talking about the Notre Dame girl, that's how I know. I'm like, oh damn, I didn't even know she a freshman too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said, that's why I said the Clayton Clark thing is cool, but it's not as, like, I don't think realistically, like you said, because now they all getting the NIL money. And for women's basketball, it's a little bit different, because that record will be easy. 9 times, like I said, God willing, Juju will stay healthy and she play all 4 years, she'll break that record, because realistically, like you said, the NIL, that money is way better for college women right now compared to the dudes. The women are the ones who go. That bag is different, and it's way more than the WNBA got to play them. So of course, for most women, that's why even for shit, it was kind of for Caitlin Clark and for Angel Reese. Angel still ain't even announced that she gonna sit here and come back another year, because she can still have that option. That both of them had that option that they can go back their 5th year. But realistically, you just kind of like, all right, this NIL money is sweet. And you got to think about it. Angel Reese make more money than Caitlin Clark off the NILs. So Angel may sit here and still, that's why she still ain't said nothing. But Caitlin Clark said, hey, I'm going to the WNBA. And of course, the Indiana Fevers do have the #1 draft pick. So they're going to pick Caitlin Clark. And that's why their ticket sales then shot up. They didn't double whatever it was already doing last season. So I'm not knocking her, but I'm just not one of those people where, like, oh, she got enough people champion her. You can get on any.
But I think we should just champion women's sports just as a
yeah, I'm a champion women's sports. I'm not just going to champion her because I know for a fact.
No. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, even for us to just to shout that out or even just put a look on it, it's an accomplishment. Because, like I said, you look at the numbers, nobody else has done that. And even the numbers, when you sit here and say that, for you to sit here and I think it was what, 36, 87 or something like that, that's a lot.
I guess.
I mean, what you talking about? That's 1,000. That's at least 1,000 a year. If you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. For
that's
you,
not 1,000 a year.
No, it's not 1,000. But I'm saying for a college athlete, you got to sit here and have 1,000 a year
to beat it.
Yeah, to beat it.
Oh, she will. But listen to what I'm saying. This again, where I'm telling you right now, who's going to break it? God willing, that she stay healthy and stay the whole 4 years. Juju already outscored her 4 points a game in her freshman season. I think Caitlin Clark's freshman season was 20. She averaged 25. Juju averaged 28 already, I think.
Yeah,
like
but 28.5. I hear what you average, but I'm talking about the total numbers. And when you looking at it, the high site, you talking about a game. So let's just say, okay, you average 24 a game. What's name went 29 games. That's how much, you know what I'm saying, you have to average, you have to score that on a consistent basis. That's what I'm saying. For you to sit and do that and put up them numbers on a consistent basis, all right,
cool. If you want to give her credit, take your seconds, you give her whatever credit. I'm not, because guess what? I can get on Bleacher Report, they suck their dick, Boss Dude suck their dick, ESPN, Fox Sports, every goddamn, that's the easiest goddamn college sport person to talk about. Is, hey, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Cool. I get what you're trying to do. I can do that with all the black females. I'm absolutely not getting killed unless Caitlin Clark come March and she hoists up that Final Four championship. I don't have no point. Only thing I can do is sit here and say, hey, you did it all. Respect. You went out like a dog.
Okay,
I give her credit for that.
All right,
but if until she do that, I'm
no,
cool
and that's what a lot of people make their name off in the tournament. So right now, going into the tournament, who would you sit here and say for the women, who needs to host that championship at the end?
For I guess for what? Like when you're saying who needs to, because I think I mean, for probably for college, for women's college basketball to kind of give it that extra you would want to see Angel Reese go for back to back.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's
But
what
even
I'm saying.
just for newcomers, if you see him saying, "Hey, I need some new eyes on me," shit, USC with Juju Watkins, or shit, if we talking about Notre Dame, like it's some. Don't get it twisted. It's some good women's basketball, or even to kind of even make her name get back wet. Because let's be clear, the chosen white girl at one point in time was Paige, whatever Paige last name is, from fucking Connecticut.
But
and she going back, and again because her knees been messing up, and she kind of missed her wave. Because before it was Caitlin Clark, Paige was the face of college women's basketball,
and that's
even
why
when South Carolina was winning championships. Everybody still was on Paige, but then she got injured, so then she kind of then lost her steam and momentum. So if you asking me who needed the most, Paige for Connecticut, I mean for to play for you, what was that, UConn, right?
Yeah.
She played for UConn. She needed more than everybody because she had a different level of oomph behind her before the injuries, and then Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and them kind of when she was hurt and injured,
they took her momentum.
They took her momentum. So if you talking about she not, so somebody who actually needed the most will be her. Oh no way in hell, Milwaukee came back and beat the Clippers. Damn. Oh, the Clippers is cheeks for that. Though they was winning the whole game. I ain't even look my head up and see how they came back and won. Nigga, they was down by 12 the last time I looked up at the score. Damn, the Clippers is doo-doo. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, it's March. We here in March. I guess, of course, it's Pisces season and it's March Madness. So, I mean, we real quick, I guess, before we get out of sports and get back into whatever other culture stuff going on, and we're gonna give a round of applause for somebody for a record that ain't gonna get broken, big baby. LeBron James, aka GOAT James, aka the king of all kings, 40,000 points and still counting. No, that's something that ain't gonna be broke. For somebody, something you ridiculously have to put up some OD numbers. You have to literally play for 20 years and average. I want to think that they say like 25.6 points a game to even get close to it. Let's be real. The way these niggas going, we all know that's not going to happen. Even for active players, the closest person that I think at number 10 is Kevin Durant. And he ain't nowhere near. He's 10. LeBron's number 1. That's active. And we all know realistically, KD ain't got another 10 years in him. Maybe number 5 more. God willing. No, knock on wood, no injuries. So I mean, it's just I mean, like I said, it's different.
But see, he dealt with injuries. He missed 2 years.
Who, LeBron?
No, KD.
But shit, even so did LeBron.
LeBron never had no season injury.
Nigga, you crazy when his first year to the Lakers. What are you talking about?
A season injury?
Yes.
But he missed the whole season?
Nigga, he missed damn near the whole season.
No, he missed 30 games. That's not the whole season.
No, he probably missed more than 30.
No, he missed 30 games. That's not the whole season. He's never missed KD missed a whole season.
Yeah, but even still.
And a season and a half. No, 30 games is not a whole season. They just put the mark up there where now you only can miss freaking how many? 15 or something like that. And that's 60 games.
No, listen to what I'm saying, Marcus, this season right here is the most games LeBron has played as a Laker. This right here, this season, I think there's 50-something games. It's the most he did played.
That's right. So 30 games. It's 80 games. So that's what I'm saying. He didn't miss a whole season, 80 games in a season. He's that for you. I'm talking about somebody who have a season injury. LeBron never had a major injury. Yes, he had injuries where he might have missed 10 games here. Then he missed 20 there. That's 30 games.
Nigga, a major injury is if I couldn't. That first year he came to the Lakers and they didn't make the playoffs and he couldn't play in no more games. Nigga, that's a major injury for LeBron James. For somebody who make to the playoffs every year.
I'm talking about season injury. Like KD missed a whole year.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, God willing, if he don't get hurt no more, I mean, he'll be the closest person who may be able to chase it. But if LeBron still got 5 more and then KD still got another 5 or 10, how many years left in him, it's gonna be long. LeBron gonna put that shit to a place where it ain't gonna be no return, dog.
Yeah, he should, as he should.
Wait, I don't think that you're trying to make the good guy wait. I think that you want him to see the value in you. Sometimes I'm like, all right, if I give it to him too soon, he's going to think, like I'm not a good girl, or there's no, like, I'm just a quick, easy F or whatever. And I think that's sometimes what women will do. They'll make the guy that they really like wait longer because that's who they really like see potential in. I might see a husband in you. And just like men, like see certain women like, oh, she's wifey material, or, she's just somebody I'm going to smash. I think women are able to do that as well. Like, he's got a lot of good qualities. He got some good stuff going for himself. I'm gonna just, let me see how it goes. Let me make him wait for it. You'll give it to a whack dude before, and then make a good guy wait. I don't think that you're trying to make the good guy wait. I think that you want him to see the value in you. Sometimes.
You know what's crazy with her saying that? I was like, I wonder how true that is, and then how many women kind of use that same logic. Cause I'm like, damn, then a lot of women must just don't see no good qualities in me. Cause I'm like, damn, thank God that I ain't gotta sit here and go through no hula hoops and wait. Cause it just be like, sometimes it'd be like, bro, I don't even be worth the wait, dog. I think we kind of talked about that a little bit when we was leading. I can't remember what was that last week or the week before when we played the Dr. Umar jump, but it's just like, yeah, don't make me wait, dog. Especially if the box ain't even worth the wait. And you kind of always just be questioning, like, even when I think about just going into like dating scenarios, it'd be like, what's the longevity I can really see in going out on a date with this person? Like, do I really want to like wife her up? Can you marry her? And especially sometimes, and I respect women who be honest with like, hey, I'm already in a situation, or I'm in a marriage, I'm trying to get divorced. But then it always make you kind of think like, damn, how serious and how fast and how far can this really go? Like when you just like when you tying it back into shorty with the 7 kids situation, it's like you think about all of those things. So it's like, do you kind of drag your feet on how you present? Or even if you present yourself as you are, like I think a lot of people like you how you are presenting on social media, and then when it's kind of like them trying to like really get to know you, then maybe they're trying to dig too deep, or you trying to get this person to come out and say certain things. Like you want people to kind of trigger you early so you can kind of just be like out of the fear. Most people just don't be say they so used to relationships not working, they trying to figure out to ask you certain questions to trigger themselves so they can get themselves an excuse on why this not gonna work. And I do be thinking a lot of times, like with a lot of that situation, like when I even hear women be like, oh, I've been celibate for this long and this, that, and the third, and be like, I mean, all that shit sound cool. But it's like, do you really mean it? Like, how long you really willing to wait this out, and why are you willing to wait this out? And do you think it's fair? Like, if you sitting here saying
it's not fair,
and no, but just think about it. Just think about, and this is the way it get crazy. Like, if you sit here and say, "Hey, I'm celibate, but I got 2 or 3 kids already," like, do you know
but
how wild
no.
that
Whoa,
is
whoa,
to a
whoa,
fucking
whoa,
man who
whoa,
don't got no
whoa,
kids?
whoa. You don't know what she went through. The reason why she's celibate. So, but just because she has 3 or 2 kids beforehand, she could have went through something where it's like, all right, I'm done with this. She could have lived that life like, all right, I don't want to have sex because all you valuing me for is for sex. So for you to sit here and say, oh, because she got kids and now you celibate, she'd have been through some things. So that's a tricky situation for you to sit here and say, oh, well, you shouldn't be celibate if you already got 2 or 3 kids. That's kind of harsh to say.
I mean, it is, but it's not, dog. It's just I get what you're saying, but then again,
Because it's just like for you to sit here and say, oh, damn, you didn't fuck 100, but you never had no scares. So this is like, well, damn, what's wrong with you? You ain't married. You ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? Like people look at you, well, you got all these bodies, but damn, you ain't got nothing to sit here and, that's like you sitting here, I ran through $1 million, but you ain't got nothing to show for it.
I mean, I guess, I hear everything you're saying, and all of that is cool, but then it's just like, but I can put it to you. Okay, I can flip it is. Let's sit here and say, all right, you celibate, right? But would you allow yourself to still get to know me if I say, all right, cool, you celibate, and whatever your excuse is, I gotta respect it, right? Because you're a woman, that's your body, it's your choice. But what if I feel the same way about like I don't like going on dates because I've had these traumatic experiences, and my traumatic experiences should be just as fair as yours is. If you want me to respect your celibacy, shouldn't you respect that I really don't want to go on dates because I'm scared because I done wasted so much time and money?
That's absolutely right. But guess what? But then she say what you, and that's what I say. And you can say the same thing with her. She say, well, all right, you lay with your money. That's what you feel like. That's attraction that keep people. You spend this money. You do whatever you do. You can do things without spending your money to get to know somebody. And you can say the same thing. Well, you can do without giving up your body. But that's what I'm saying. It's either you do or you don't. Because my only thing is, like I said, when you start sitting here downplaying people, well, how you celibate, and you got like they made a choice. Yes, you making a choice. Well, I don't want to go deep, or I don't want to spend money, or I don't want to go take you on dates. I want to go such and such. All right, cool. But then you got to find another way to figure me out or even learn. And that's why I even asked you, like when even last week when we was talking about the whole drinking and smoking, it's just like, all right, well, if you don't drink and smoke, and it's just like, all right, for you to sit here and go out and then see how somebody act, they drinking, they smoking, and how they act, it's just like, that's a turn off for you, right? Because you sitting there acting the fool, and I'm like, all right, I don't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah, I get it what you're saying, and I think just realistically, I mean, I guess all of that just come from you just got to kind of allow people to give people the space and time to be their I guess, genuine self, whoever they going to be, however they going to present themselves. You got to kind of let it play its course and just kind of figure it out. But I do sometimes, like, even when it comes to like sending pictures, like, and it be so, I ain't gonna lie to you, TikTok be kind of crazy. Like, it be women jumping in my DM and be like, I be looking at your workout videos and think you would just drill me to smithereens. And I'm like, is this for real? Are you real? Like, what the fuck? Nigga, that should be
AI catfish.
But that's why. But guess what? I'm listening to what I'm saying. Well, you can try to catfish me. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, hey, I know this catfish thing is crazy. I know like the dramatics on how people kind of like finessing people in the conversation. I need some news. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't asking for more some horny shit. I'm just for my own safety. I'm not trying to build no fucking chemistry with somebody via text message and I can't see who you are. I need to see that you are who you say you are, and I need to see you at like a space there. It ain't no, and like, hey, it ain't no fucking, this ain't this a real deal person.
So how would you play this game, right? She's seen you the news, fire news, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when you get around her, she says she's celibate.
I'm cool. I don't care.
You cool? You fine with that?
Yeah. Just, I mean, you know, the crazy thing is sometimes I remember me and J-Bo talked about this. Maybe like sometime during fucking the pandemic, and we were saying how sometimes a woman can send you some crazy like pictures and videos, and you like in your mind, trash. No. In your mind, you already just feel like, damn, I already hit. Like I can get the news, and I kind of know I can hit, so I'm not in a rush no more. Like I don't care. Like however this pace go or whatever speed we got to move at now, I really just don't care. And real quick, while we talking about news, you know what's so crazy? Because I think we talked about it. I know I talked about it here maybe like a couple weeks ago when I was saying it was this girl I followed and she had her OnlyFans page. I think it was like $5 an hour. Went, cop, whatever. And that was my first time doing it. So it was this another girl, right? And I wouldn't get her jump because really, no disrespect. She a big back jump, but she got the $5 OnlyFans real quick. But then I seen her post, like in one of her new posts, she posted that she got 5,000 subscribers on Pornhub. So I'm like, oh, that's free. And it was so crazy because her jump only of course I went to the Pornhub jump. Oh, and it was so fucking trash, dog. Oh my, that would have been, if I spent $5, I would have been pissed because everything she had on Pornhub was so goddamn trash, dog. I'm talking about, and the crazy thing is, nigga,
it's marketing.
Nigga, listen, no, I was mad because nigga, she gave head to this white dude and he was fat, like his body was built like a dyke. Like, nigga, he was holding his stomach like while she was giving him head, and this nigga dick was so small it almost looked like she was eating pussy. I'm like, dog, what the fuck am I watching right now? I'm like, dog, I can't be this horny. Like, dog, life got to come on and get it together because this shit was getting outrageous, dog. I swear, nigga, I swear to God, I'm not gonna lie to you. I went through